Okay, so on this rather almost unlovely but still lovely at the same time day, I'm gonna film some videos on the porch. So this is gonna be like the new location of locations, and it allows me to sit somewhere new. So kind of see we're actually pretty high up. There's a beehive right beneath us. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to review these Pringles Cheddar and Sour Cream. Now, I just remembered I brushed my teeth, so this is going to wind up pissing me off, but I wanted to still do it. So, take a couple of these out, and so that took several Pringles to eat, but ultimately I can't really taste the sour cream. Now, I'm pretty used to sour cream because I have it when I go to Taco Bell. The combination of it being cheddar Pringles, which you can't tell, but there is like a faint orange with it, but then so this was kind of an interesting flavor. I'm glad that the cheddar made a reappearance because, you know, just thinking what other flavors we could have added to it. I know that the cheddar is one of the favorite ones, but so I'm glad that we figured out something, cheese and sour cream. But, you know, the whole thing about this is it has such a late drawl to it that you can't taste it immediately. That was the first thing that I noticed, was I had to eat several. It just tasted like Pringles to me. It was just barely, or maybe not barely, but faintly added in, and so I was just left with the idea of, you know, how do I know that there's even any flavor to this? So I ate like 6, 7, 8, 10 of them, and I finally got a taste. But, you know, obviously sour cream is kind of like a light flavor as is, but I mean, it's definitely good on Mexican food, that sort of thing. Me just trying to think of whatever else went on. So I guess the story behind that was I went to the chip section, which is becoming regular for me, and I saw some new Pringles. So obviously I was like, well, I like cheddar, and I'm also getting ready to review some Buffalo Wings Lay's stacks, so we have that to look forward to. But I mean, as far as trying to figure out the rest of these flavors, I mean, the biggest thing is just making sure it doesn't just taste like the chip. That's the whole thing. That's about the only problem with it, is you know, making sure that the food flavoring is actually on the food. I know some people don't like it being too fattening, but if it's not too fattening, or yeah, I mean, the chips are just too light, so they break too easily, and then you barely get any taste in the food because they're trying too hard to make it fat free. So I think it's okay, you know, just don't eat 50 chips, just eat like 20.